Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I bet some of you thought I wasn't going to turn up because we had another Star Wars heavy week, but I said I would stream because you guys were like, we don't care. We still want you to stream, even if it's a Star Wars heavy week. So here I am. We've got a lot to talk about, everyone. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully, I've set this all up correctly. I've made a couple of changes to my setup. So if there's any issues, let me know. Can I promise I can fix technical things on the fly? No, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't pretend I know what I'm doing. But we stream anyway. And it's been a big week of announcements and releases. And of course, I'm going to keep you guys updated on the reseller shenanigans because this is what we do, right? I don't want people getting stung, losing money. So I've got another update on the one-man hobby situation. Some information that I'm going to share that I'm hoping is going to help people that don't feel confident continuing on with that reseller and are wanting to seek refunds. I'm also very mindful that there is an artisan drop happening at, I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern in the US, which is 1 a.m. for me. So I'm going to do my best to try to wrap this stream up by then, but I'm worried it's going to be a long one because there's a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. And we will do our best to get through it all. And I've already got quite a few people in the chat, which is awesome. So thank you. Thank you for coming to hang out with me on this Friday. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It's evening here for me in good old Western Australia. And as I said, I'm hoping that everything is going okay because I have changed some settings, hopefully to improve the quality of the connection. So I'm hoping what I did is an improvement. Let's hope. Uncarded reviews. I know you left a super early comment in the chat, but StreamYard for some reason drops them off and I don't know at what point it does it, because I did come into the studio just to upload the slides and I saw your comment and it made me chuckle because you said Swarovski Iron-Man, which is of course what I called is it Fractal Suit? I don't know. But then now when I've come into the stream, it's dropped off. So there's like this fine balance as to, I don't know why StreamYard does it when. Maybe I should ask Quacky Chan. He should be telling me this stuff. Why isn't he? So I know uncarded reviews, you were the first in the chat, but unfortunately the first I have in my list is Carlos. So Carlos says, good morning, Helen and chat, sending a big hello from a soggy, wet New Jersey. We've had 3 days straight of pouring rain. Meanwhile, at the Hot Toys compound, they continue to release figures like crazy. How about that Batman? Who's pre-ordering and what will it look like size-wide compared to the old Ben Affleck figures? Food for thought, 100%. That thing looks big and beefy. Lastly, all hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Helen needs to get to 5K subs. Carlos is my official hype man. So thank you, Carlos. Appreciate that. I do a horrible job at like, comment, subscribe. Because I just hope people will do that if they enjoy the content. If you are new here, dropping a like is free. If you get to the end of the stream and you're like, hey, I kind of liked it, maybe drop me a sub. I put a lot of effort in trying to share useful news and information, and I try not to do with my videos when I do them. I try not to just do a lot of the same topics that other people have done. So hopefully if you're here, you're finding it useful. And I know we're going to have a few extra people here because a lot of people want to talk about William Wang and One Man's Hobby. And yeah, I'm still spreading the word, man. Like I've said a number of times, I'm really taken aback by how many people are in that Facebook group that are YouTubers or have big social media presence. And I haven't really seen anyone talk about it. Again, I can't watch all the streams. I physically don't have enough time in my day. So if other people have, please let me know. But I feel like it's predominantly me. And I just, I feel like every week I do this stream, I have such a loyal group of people that come along and watch. And I feel like I've gotten to know you guys over the time I've been doing this stream. And I want collecting to be fun for everyone. I don't want anyone to be out of their hard-earned money. I feel like this community is still licking its wounds after all the Toys Wonderland palaver. So to have another reseller where things are getting a little bit questionable, I don't like to see that. I don't want to see that. So hence why I'm saying my bit. At the end of the day, it's your decision what you want to do, who you want to purchase from. But I wouldn't want someone to be like, hey, like you're in that group and I bought from them and like, why didn't you give me a heads up? So that's just kind of how I roll. It's still people's decision at the end of the day, but I'm just sharing what I'm seeing because it's a growing number of people having like great experiences. It's not just one or two. Sean, new person in the chat. Hello, I'm here for what the... Just so people know, I try to be, I won't read swears. I do try to be PG-13. I'm very mindful that a lot of my American viewers are working from home and may have kids. So if I slightly modify your comment, please don't take offense. I'm just very mindful of who might be around and hearing me speak. So I'm that's how I kind of roll. So I'm here for what the Williams game is all about. I'm tangled up with a few grand of orders. Oh my goodness. Some of which have been released. All bank transfers directly through Facebook Messenger have every single noted. Oh my goodness. And Sean, like, I don't think you're alone in that situation. I think a lot of people built up what they thought was a friendship. There was a lot of trust. And people were, because when you've got such large purchases, they're like, hey, I'm just going to chip away at this. I'll just transfer 50, 100, whatever. And it builds up. Like I've heard of people having like $10,000 plus in William's pocket, and the guy won't send them a PM. So this is where, again, why I'm trying to spread awareness, because this guy's still got the website's taking sales again. They'd put that temporary pause, and then that didn't last for very long. And they're taking pre-orders for like Jazz Inc., Catwoman, like orders for artisan figures. And these are expensive, big ticket items. And I would hate for someone to be unaware and put down this pre-order and be like, oh, well, no one was talking about this. Because I've said so many times, I've seen on Reddit, people asking, is one-man hobby legit? And so many people are like, yeah, it is. And I've been like, well, actually, I don't know that it is, because this is what we're seeing. And I want people to have their eyes open. If you still go ahead, okay, that's your decision. But people just need to, I don't know, do your fellow collectors a solid, I guess. Unguarded Reviews is back with another comment. Oh, goodness, are you part of the Faith Militant? Shame, shame, shame. Also, Darth Allison is probably ecstatic about the new Darth Vader Star Wars Hour with Miss Allison today. Or Star Wars with Miss Helen. Which one are you going to get? Stay tuned to find out. Sure, new subscriber here, just looking for some answers, like a lot of people afraid to ask the questions. Look, I will say I'm glad you found me. I'm sorry it's under these circumstances. I did notice there was a bit of a jump in subscribers today. I think a few Aussies in a similar situation to you. So hopefully some of the information I share might help. Particularly connect you to some other collectors who are getting somewhere. But as I said, I just want to raise awareness and let people know what is happening, because collecting should be fun. We should not be having to deal with this stuff. It's ridiculous. The Broke Collector, my foundation member, is here. Greetings and salutations. Well, greetings and salutations to you too. Dark Knight Archives is here. Hi, Helen and everyone in the chat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Bobby Dillon, TJF. Oh, I know, right? Good to see you in the chat, Bob. Kyle Goodwin, hello. Hello, Kyle. How you doing? I think that's to Bobby D. Fair enough. Don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Thank you, Dark Knight Archives. I appreciate it. Nicholas, what's up? Hello, how are you? We've had some exchanges through comments. So nice to see you joining the live. I think I got a few new Aussies here today. Jay, well, hello, Jay, whoever you are. Video quality looks great. I can see clearly where the future armory will go. Well, no, you can't, because I'm blocking it. Bob is the biggest enabler. I am very much considering buying that armory. Jay, does Ryan have any hard evidence against William? I haven't seen anything he has on him that's damning so far, except for other issues. Look, I'm not going to speak on behalf of someone. There's a group, there's a mechanism, but I mean, Ryan got a refund. And given I know I've been trying to get a refund for 2 months, that tells me, and this has been the interesting thing. I think there's people who, particularly if they're in Sydney, they've met William, they've picked figures up from his house. Like, there's some people that have like a lot of information interaction with the guy. So, I mean, I can't speak for someone else, but he got his money back. I've not gotten my money back. I've tried very hard and I've gotten nowhere. AJ's here. Hello, AJ. Greetings, Helen and friends. I'm waiting to get into Motor City Comic Con. Oh, so I'll have to catch it on the replay. Have a great one. Oh, that's so cool. AJ, let me know if your Hot Toys guy is there and if he hooks you up with anything cool. But also have a great time at the con. I hope they've got some awesome guests. I feel like when I've seen the lineup for Motor City Comic Con in the past, they tend to get some really good guests, which makes me jealous because it's hard for cons in Australia. We're far away and our dollar is not good. Oh, so many new people in the chat. Hello. Seriously thought we were mates. I've hung out with him at his house and gone to lunch. So disappointing. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that. And this is the biggest thing that I have noticed. Like, there's so many people saying, I thought this guy was my friend. We used to chat. And also, I think the biggest sentiment is people saying, I recommended this guy to so many people. And I'm in the same boat. I recommended the Facebook group to a coworker because he's like a casual Hot Toys collector. He was looking for something. And I said, hey, like, there's this Facebook group. This guy in Sydney, like, he's selling stuff at a good price and he's joined the group and he bought some stuff. And I made a point when stuff started getting dicey. I was like, hey, do you have any pre-orders? Because I don't know how closely you pay attention to the group, but some stuff's going down and I'm not really sure what's going on. It doesn't feel like things are that reliable because I didn't want to have to go to work every day and look this guy in the eye and be like, you lost money in a Facebook group that I vouched for. So I get it. There's a lot of people that I think are feeling quite hurt and disappointed on a number of levels. Anthony Stanfield's here. Hi, Helen. Hi, Anthony. How are you? Happy Friday. I've been over to William's house and eaten food with him several times in person. This is all a shock to me. Wow. Okay, you've met him too, Nicholas. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the other side of the country to him, but I know he came over to Perth. He hung out with someone, like a couple of people from the group. And I think that's the thing. I think a lot of people thought he was a friend. And it's curious because there's still a very small group of people that seem to be very loyal to him. And I'll be honest, I'm like, are they friends? Are they family? Are they people that are scoring free figures from the guy? I don't know. I'm trying to work it out. Hello, Helen and chat. Hello, Quan Harper. How are you? Oh my goodness, the buffest guy in collecting, Austin Nicholas. Hello. Hey, Helen, pleasure to catch you for a bit. Austin, how are you? So glad you could come by. Austin's about to head off on vacation. I'm a little bit jealous of that. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, Austin, and enjoy your holiday. I hope you have an amazing time. Mr. J, hey, morning and happy Friday, collectors. Mr. J, hello. How are you? Randall, your audio is great. Good, because I feel like last week it was not. So apologies, because again, I am not a technical person. I don't know what I'm doing. Video is great. Thank you very much. A cat named Turtle. What an interesting name. Hello from Facebook. I managed to get my orders through One Man's Hobby, but completely agree that his communication is a huge issue. Hope you get it sorted soon. And I think communication is the biggest thing in this hobby. Like, I think so many issues with sellers, customizers, whatnot, can be resolved with communication. And we are more connected than we have ever been. It takes a minute to hop into a Facebook group and be like, guys, life is happening. I need to step back for a bit. I'm getting some family to pitch in. Things might be a bit slower, but it's okay. But he doesn't do that. So this is why I'm questioning, how much do you respect and value your customer base when you can't spend a minute to post in a Facebook group, to put a notice on your website. It really is like such a low bar for communication. I lost 800 pounds to a different hot toy seller, so feel your pain. I'm really sorry to hear that. God, that's 1,600 Australian. That's a lot. Ash Chase. Hello, Ash. Don't make friends. Simple as that. Is that what Deadpool would do? Would Deadpool tell you not to make friends with anyone? Goodness. Yeah. It's not often that the timing works out where I can catch you in a live stream. Display looks great. We need to catch up. We do for sure. I'm trying to improve the quality of my stream by 1% each time. Sometimes it might go up 1% and sometimes it might go back 2%, but we're trying. I'm trying my best. Dr. Nose here. Hello. Hey, Helen and fellow collectors. Hit the like button. Please do. There's I got almost 40 people in the chat. That's exciting. Nicholas says, no tracking or sales receipts was always a bit weird when we're dealing with large amounts of money. Feels more like a drug dealer than buying toys. Well, and that's a great point, Nicholas. And that was something I was going to raise. Like, for a lot of people, the Facebook group came first. So people were so used to just transferring the money. And there was a point where I think as well, I think maybe this is me hypothesizing, maybe he was getting too many friends and family payments in PayPal. So then it became, can you people do bank transfer? And that's the thing. You don't get any paperwork. You don't get any receipt. You don't get any ledger with the progress of your payments. And this is the biggest thing. Like, I bought some stuff from the 16kit website last night, and straight away it's like, bang, here's your order number. Bang, your order is now in the stage of processing. Then today, bang, your order is shipping. Like, you don't get any of that with him. And that's the thing. People just been, I've transferred. One guy was saying he'd paid like $10,000 for like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle statue that was released last year. It's released. He doesn't have it. It's sold out. Where's the money? What happened? Goodness. Mitchell Lawrence is here. Hello. Afternoon, Helen from London. Are you going to speak on Revenge of the Sith Darth Vader? Yes, I am. Is what I'm going to say potentially going to upset a bunch of people? Possibly. Hang around to find out. No, I lost a friend over a fight, so don't give it an F now about anything at the moment. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Ash. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I don't think that comment is for me. Raymond's here. Hello, Raymond. How you doing? Good to see you again. Helen, since you started streaming 1 hour later, can't see much live, but your opinions and discussions. Oh, but love your opinions and discussions with the chat. My time didn't change. Times elsewhere changed. Where I live in Western Australia, we don't have daylight savings. So I know at one point I was at 9 o'clock Eastern in the US. Now it's 10. Yeah, so I'm always at the same time. S-Beam, hello, how are you? Look at that fancy new logo S-Beam has. I absolutely love it. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm having a good evening now. Things might get a bit fiery. Let's see how we go. At least we don't have major issues with fakes like a lot of other collectors. Look, that is true. And it's interesting because a lot of new collectors do ask that question about their counterfeit hot toys. And the only one I can really think of was there was a Wolverine that had which was the movie? Was it Origins with that kind of brown leather jacket and like the singlet and the red button-up shirt? I remember there was a bootleg of that to the point where they even copied like the Hot Toys box. But aside from that, I can't think of anything else in recent history that was like a direct, like they've tried to knock off everything to do with the Hot Toys figure. So I guess we are lucky about that because, I mean, we know third party and what that is. So a lot of disclosure. Mike's here. Hey, everyone. Can't believe I missed the beginning of the stream. I mean, where does my boss get off? I know, right? I mean, thankfully, there's not been any snack chat so far. So we know that's the most important part of the stream that everybody is here for. J&D Studios John Wick announcement has been delayed and Jazz Inc. Tumblr revealed. It's like Christmas every day. Yeah. J&D, Jazz Inc. Yeah. I have not got them on the docket for today because I already feel like I'm going to be at a stretch to finish in time for you guys to go pre-order the Artisan, whatever it is, at 1 o'clock. Mad Planet 23, hello, Helen and chat. Hello to you. How are you? Happy Friday. Collection Obsession, good morning, Helen. Good morning to you. Good evening to me. Good afternoon to our friends in Europe. There's heaps of fakes and recast. STE or Steve Bird is absolute trash. Oh, I'm not familiar with that. I did go to Hong Kong last year and there were definitely a lot of head sculpt recasts. It's interesting because a lot of I'm not sure how many of those make it online, but I think that's part of the reason why a lot of the stores didn't want you filming or taking photos in their shop, because I think there was some Shonky Town stuff happening. I didn't miss the Star Wars chat, did I? More importantly, what are we snacking on today? No, Star Wars is coming up. I haven't had snack chat yet. Today, I'm just having a little bit of peppermint tea in my favorite Batman cup. I tell you what, though, I've been snacking a lot on those chocolate sprinkles that cousin Anthony sent me on the fluffy white bread, although he told me I was not putting enough chocolate sprinkles on it. That's become like my favorite weekend treat, and I'm like, oh, I did not need to know that was a thing because, goodness me. You know me, I got to drink my tea before it gets too cold, kids. That's not John Wick, that's John Schmick. Well, I'm keen to see, because I know they did a statue and the likeness on that wasn't the best. I felt like the likeness on the figure was a step up. But you use bread with the sprinkles. Oh, did you get some sprinkles, Bob? Like, that's the picture on the carton shows you. And I was really excited because I discovered there's a Dutch shop in Perth and they sell the sprinkles. And that could be the best or worst thing I discover if I don't want to get diabetes and die at a young age, because the sprinkles are so good. But, oh, Bob, I wonder if I should introduce you to fairy bread. That might be dangerous. He steers the work of custom sculptors with the recast. Looks terrible. He's also a despicable person to deal with. Oh, okay. I've not heard of this person, so I'm sorry to hear that. Chocolate sprinkles, yeah. They are fluffy white bread, butter or margarine, and I was having them like a Greek iced coffee, which is called like a frappe. So like last Saturday morning, I had a frappe and some of the chocolate sprinkles on the white bread, and it was pretty freaking good. I'm not going to lie. Hello from Argentina. Oh my goodness. Hello. I'm so excited when people tell me where they're from, because it trips me out that people are watching me from such locations. Are we doing another 60-second recap for Star Wars, Helen? Well, you have to just stay tuned to find out. I'm not going to spoil it. Can't spoil it, Dark Knight Archives. We gotta have a surprise. Howdy, folks. Clinton Martin. Hello. How are you? Helen, you mean fairy bread? No, the stuff cousin Anthony sent me, it's a bit different, because he was explaining to me that in the Netherlands, they eat a lot of bread and put toppings on it. And these are not like chocolate sprinkles we have in Australia. Like, they're so soft and the flavor of them is amazing. But do I love fairy bread? Yes, I do. But they're very hard and crunchy. They're not I haven't had margarine in decades. No, I typically don't. I like butter. Margarine, Bobby Dillon, what did you do? Bob, that's very kind. I appreciate you. Goodness, thank you. Sharon's here as well. Hi, Helen. Hope you're doing good. I'm well. How are you? Thank you for coming by. And congrats to everyone who got a channel membership from Bob. Bob, I think, is bankrolling my channel. I'm not going to lie. Hi, Helen. Are the chocolate sprinkles haggle slag? I think that's what they're called. Hang on. And I know some people are going, when are you going to chat about one man's hobby? Very soon. Trust me, very soon. Don't worry. We will talk about the things, but if you're new here, we have some standing topics we talk about, and believe it or not, one of them is snacks, because did I do a Tim Tam Slam live on a YouTube stream? Yes, I did. Am I trying to make Americans like Tim Tams and buy them? Because apparently you can buy them from Target in the US. Like, yes. Yes. These are the ones. Oh. These are the ones that Cousin Anthony sent me. I don't know that you can see that. And the box has like a little spout on the side to make it easy to like pour the sprinkles on. Those Dutch are just brilliant. I'm not going to lie. Missed the last couple of weeks of stream. Well, I mean, you could catch up on the replays if you missed me. Gripping Star Wars content, like you missed out, man. You missed out. King Dingling. The potential price scares me on that. I'm not sure on what that is, but sorry, I get lost sometimes. Allison must be on Star Wars Overload. Miss Allison was just... she was just in her element. She was loving life. Vaders, Kenobis, artisans. You couldn't stop her talking about Star Wars this week. You really couldn't. And there I was. And how does Helen cope when there's a Star Wars overload? I'm just replying to all the Star Wars posts and posting photos of Okoye for my mental health. This is what I'm doing. We have a ton of different types of sprinkles in the Netherlands. Forest fruit flavor. You have, I probably can't pronounce them, but Cousin Anthony also told me there was sprinkles that are like speculoos, and I freaking love speculoos. So now I'm like on a hunt to find the speculoos sprinkles, because I feel like that would just be the most amazing thing ever. Tim Tams are contributing to our trade deficit. I'm sorry. So Helen, for another channel, I donated my DKR Selena Cole for a giveaway. Do you think I'm making a mistake deciding to wait till Inart announces there to get that one? Look, I am not waiting for Inart, but I do have a Catwoman in my collection. The early signs of what they showed looked good. I didn't particularly love the Hot Toys 2.0. So I guess it's up to you whether you're okay with having a gap in your collection. I am keen to see what they do. And if they do a great job, I will be interested. But I guess I'm not keeping placeholders in my collection anymore. Like, I was not going to get Bane 2.0 because, I'm going to wait for Inart. But I don't want to wait 5 years for them to decide to do Bane. So I think only you can answer that. I don't know how important that figure is in your collection. I don't know. I don't think that answered. Sorry, Tim Tams are the best. They sure are. I'm trying to invest in Tim Tams because of the recent uptick in purchases, especially by me. Oh, thank you and sorry. Shuri and Stream Duck must be in the waiting room keeping Darth Allison sedated. Look, Shuri does the Lord's work, my little furry monkey. Maybe she'll make an appearance. Maybe she won't. But Quacky Chan's here. Quacky Chan's always with me in the room, so I appreciate him. Have you talked about Batfleck? We've talked about nothing. We have not talked about anything as yet. I'm getting through the intros. We've been talking a little about William Wang at One Man's Hobby. But Sharon has the deluxe paid off through Sideshow. I'm not sure from the photos if that suit's going to be bendable enough to go on the Flash Bat cycle. That's a very good question, because I was saying before, the body looks very big and very muscular. But one of the blogger photos did have it in a seated pose, which surprised me. So maybe, but I don't know if that's going to damage the suit. Oh, here we go. They are called, oh goodness, I can't pronounce that. I think Cousin Anthony did send me that word. Can Helen pronounce it? Oh goodness. Let me make my screen bigger so I can see all the letters. I'm going to say this so wrong. Skudebukes. I know that's not right because I'm sure there's certain accents in Dutch that I don't know. But I tried. Points for trying. Right. Was his bat flag so sad? What? I don't even understand what that means. Are you saying bat flag sad and I did something? I don't know what you mean, but I mean, Tyria's laughing, so I clearly did a rubbish job, but I tried, right? That's the Aussie spirit. We have a go. Translate to shaking bellies. Well, I'll have an even bigger shaking belly when I start eating them, because I can't have speckle-glass in the house because I will smash the whole packet. Like my love for them runs deep and for a very long time. Morning, the Everyday Collector. Hello, how are you? Welcome. I mean, I know I'm going to get the Return of the something Darth Vader, so I'm already selling Kenobi. Oh, Star Wars. I'm sorry. Why is Batfleck so sad? I don't know. Let me get the slides up because, guys, I'm half an hour in. I know there's some people waiting for me to talk about stuff, and I promised I'd get you guys on time. So, guys, exciting news. William has resurrected himself. He's resurrected himself. He remembered on the 10th of May that he runs a business. So well done. Well done, you. You remembered that you have a business and a Facebook group and there's a thing called the internet. So he came back. Did he stay back? Find out. So my very quick Cliff Notes summary of this situation, because I've been talking about this for 2 months. So if you have been with me that whole time, I'm sorry. Very quick. William Wang runs a website. It's called One Man's Hobby. He also has a Facebook group, which is what people primarily know him from. The Facebook group has been in existence for a number of years. The website is relatively new. William has a bit of a habit of disappearing for short periods of time and not telling people. And it was typically maybe a week. Then he'd come back. And a lot of people forgived him. Oh, that's Will, lol. In 2025, William has been absent more than he's been present in his business. He's not been replying to people's messages, including Facebook, text, phone calls. So there's a lot of people becoming concerned because they have a lot of money with the guy. And he's not responding. And as I said earlier, there's no receipts. There's no paperwork for a lot of these payments. People are paying bank transfer. They're paying friends and family. And they're not just paying deposits. Their faith in this guy is such that they've been doing regular installments to pay off very high-end items. So William typically has a break for Chinese New Year. No one was surprised by this. But he was gone for a lot longer. He was gone for, I reckon, about 6 weeks. And when he came back, the response to me was very flippant. Back from self-discovery journey, everyone can relax. I've said I never liked the tone of this message, but William didn't stay back because then nothing happened in the group for about a month. And during that time, we had a large number of people sharing experiences that really made me concerned. We had people talking about waiting for replacement parts for high-end statues that they were potentially not going to get because William was not returning their messages and William was not organizing the postage with the distributor company, whoever it was directly. We had people that had bought display cabinets from William saying parts were damaged or missing and it's been months and I can't get the guy to get me my replacement or damaged parts. We've had people say, I have given the guy 42 pre-order deposits. I can't get him to message me. People that had thousands of dollars of their money in his pocket and he wasn't even communicating with them. So we get this message on the 22nd of February. Then people were sharing their concerns. A month later, he just pops up again. There's no, sorry guys, no explanation. Doesn't care enough about his customers, in my view, to provide any kind of explanation as to where he's been or his future movements. He's just like, I should have addressed most messages. If anyone missed it, PM me and I'll get back to you. So he came back on the 22nd of March. And it was funny because straight away it was like sales post, sales post, sales post. And it was like, dude, where have you been? Like legitimately, where have you been for the better part of 2 months? So this lasted for 3 days. Because then on the 25th of March, poof, where is William? No one knows. Hence why I started the Have You Seen This Man? Missing since the 25th of March. So then, out of nowhere, on the 10th of May, this message comes up. And do we get an explanation? Do we get much anything? Not really. That's not William's way. And this is why I'm sitting here going, how much does this guy actually care about his customers? So this was, I think it was Saturday afternoon. Sorry, been away again past few weeks. Well, more than a few weeks, buddy. Now I have actually settled near the China warehouse, so we'll be a lot more hands-on from now on. I have all the stock but haven't been able to arrange shipping myself. People also need to know there's some bad writing here. I only ever have additional spare stocks compared to not having enough stock. If you have doubts, feel free to pay via PayPal GNS. Again, sorry for delay on shipping. Please message me directly instead of commenting. If you've got urgent matter, I shall start replying in 4 hours' time. Please make a note. In 4 hours' time, he says he's going to reply to people. Then he gives a list of sort of what's outstanding. I'm not going to read everything. So there was the status of all the figures. This is happening. What we don't need to read that. There is also other small individual orders I haven't listed. I might also miss a few figures on my list. If you have an inquiry on anything that's released already and not shipped, you can message me. If you have inquiry on anything that is yet to be released, please wait for release. Please give me time I mentioned above to deal with each shipment. This paragraph coming up is my favorite. Also, in the future, we will stick to the policy of buyers need to pay reminder within 2 weeks of notice. I have been way too nice to people, and people are not showing appreciation. It would be great if people can stop spreading false rumors, thanks. The audacity! If that last paragraph is not the hottest take of the community in 2025, I have been too nice. Dude, where have you been? Where have you been? You've been too nice. You're not even communicating with people. And do you know what happens? When you don't communicate, people fill in the blanks. So if you had bothered to invest a minute to post in your Facebook group at some semi-regular interval, you wouldn't have to say, stop spreading false rumors. Are they false? People sharing their experience of giving you thousands of dollars and you not replying, people sharing their experience of, hey, I'm going to miss out on a replacement part for a high-end statue. That's not rumors. That's people's experience. And you're so dismissive of it. I'm sorry, I can't read these things and think he cares about his customers. All these people that thought this guy was their friend. Mate, if that was my friend, who needs enemies? And so you might be like, Helen, what made William come back? Isn't this a good thing? William came back, in my opinion, it was a knee-jerk reaction because this happened, friends. This Facebook group. So if you are in a situation where you are being ghosted, where you have paid for something that has been released and you're not getting it, if you have paid deposits and you're like, you know what, I don't have confidence in this guy anymore. I don't trust, which valid. I don't trust the guy. I secured my So-So Toy pre-orders elsewhere because I don't think he's going to deliver. This Facebook group would be where I recommend you go. There's a lot of members in there that have had success in getting refunds. They're sharing tips. They're sharing information. It's not a group for people to come to just gawk, to gossip and see what's happening. Like, you need to be legit And you actually, when you join, need to share, this is my situation, this is what I paid, this is what I'm at, this is where I'm at. The group is heading up to close to 100 members. And I think if you are wanting to take some action, and personally, if you're feeling uncomfortable, I think you should take action sooner than later. Check this group out. If you can't find the group on Facebook, feel free to message me. I'm on Instagram. I will give you the link. If you can't find it, I will share it with you, because I think this group, it cuts through all the noise. For some reason, there's still this really small percentage of people just blindly defending the guy. And I laughed because one guy was like, why are you trying to wreck William's business? I think William's done a pretty good job of damaging his business on his own. People sharing their experience is not wrecking William's business. He's caused these bad and stressful experiences for people. We want collecting to be fun. Nobody wants this stress of, I've paid all this money to this guy I thought was my friend, and he's ghosting me. That's not what we want. So this group happened, and William arose. So then a day after his post, he shares a photo of boxes. Please stay patient. Let me finish the first stage of shipping today and go through yesterday's messages. Thanks. So do you remember he said, give me 4 hours and I will start replying to messages? So many people have not had responses to their messages. So many people were giving tracking numbers that weren't moving, and they were promised those numbers would move this week. And they're not moving. And it's deja vu. It feels like a little bit of history repeating. And as I said, people, you decide what you want to do. I want to make people aware of this situation because it's all happening in closed private groups. If you want to use him, if you're happy with him, go nuts. I just know he's taking POs for very expensive figures that I think would be really important to people, like the Jazz Inc. Catwoman, like artisan figures. And I don't want people giving POs, giving over money. And then why was no one saying that this guy was looking a bit sus? So I'm going to go through some of the comments because I feel like they explain the situation and the sentiment really nicely. Because the group is closed, I have blacked out people's names. That's just how I roll. Anyone who buys from here after seeing this message, assuming everything is fine, deserves what they get. No smoke without fire. The warning signs are loud and clear. Agreed, this is a reactionary post. 100% agree. 100% agree. He came back because the group started, people were pushing for refunds, and the messages escalate. And of course, he deletes all the posts with all the comments. We got screenshots, got receipts. This is getting absurd beyond the joke. Be honest. What is going on? Tell us the truth and work it out with some honor. 100%. And I think this is the thing. I think if you are going through something, like, just say, like, you don't have to give intricate details. But again, I think if you're like, guys, some major stuff's happening in my life, I'm moving overseas, things are in turmoil, please be patient. I just need this amount of time. And you gave some regular signs of life, I think people would be understanding. Because as I said, people thought this was their friend. But when all you get is radio silence, and I know people who have said to him, mate, you need to communicate in your group. You need to be visible. And he's just like, oh, no, it'll be fine. Like, people have sent me screenshots of conversations they had with him where he's just been so dismissive about it. As if this wasn't something we predicted. Group starts, the problem group, as in you are having a problem. This is all damage control. Yeah, I think it is. Sorry, this is way too little too late. You've been radio silence for months. You made one post basically saying, calm down, I have stuff going on, with zero answers as to when people would be hearing back from you and when you would be able to answer people's questions. Then you disappeared for a couple more months. It took me a whole 30 seconds to write this. It's not that hard to take a few minutes to either make update posts or at least respond to people. Don't blame your customers for your lack of effort. Hold yourself accountable and own up to your negligence. People, I've never had an issue ordering from you, but the extreme lack of effort from you lately has me really not wanting to order from you again in the future. It's a big victim, isn't it? I've been too nice and people are spreading rumors. If you go missing, people will talk. I don't think that's rocket science. Frankly, this post is well overdue. People can post all the positive comments they want, but despite everything, how hard would it have been to make this post ages ago to not cause the level of concern many have? Communication to me is the number one thing that can make or break a business for many. People obviously are willing to wait for product as long as they're proper communication and not reactory communication when you know what hits the fan. I've done business with William in the past, never had issues, but that was prior to all of this. We all have personal things going on, but there's 24 hours in a day and it takes 5 minutes to make a post to reassure the customers. William has obviously been tagged on many posts on Facebook, oh boy has he, which means he's gotten notifications and ignored them, which isn't good. I hope it all works out and not trying to be negative as many snowflakes will interpret, but this is the reality not many are willing to speak up and say. That's what gets me. I feel like not many people are speaking up. Then do the right thing and stop off for weeks and months on end with no communication. You have thousands of people's money, the amounts to thousands and more, and you treat people like nothing. Do the right thing and stop playing games. People's anger is very much warranted. I don't want to think how much undocumented money he has of other people, because I've seen multiple people drop figures like 10,000 Australian, even 10,000 US, 4,000, like that's a lot of money that he's been given. No tax invoice, no receipt, no anything. I like this one. William Wang, good to see you're alive. Not being rude in any way, but how is it that many are not showing appreciation and spreading false rumors? Great question. You are meant to be running a legitimate business, yet here you are dropping off the face of the planet while taking thousands and thousands of our hard-earned dollars for these figures with no communication at all on your end. And this isn't the first time this has happened. No, it is not. How do you think it's fair to us that you ghost all of our texts and emails simply because you have stuff going on in your life? What makes you so special and above all that you think it's perfectly fine to simply vanish without saying a word? Surely you can see where people are coming from, as we're not here to attack you or anyone for that matter. We simply want answers. You owe people a lot of money and also figures that haven't been sent that have been released for a long time. People have been emailing the page and no doubt speaking to your mum and have all been given the same information that you are overseas and you have no internet, so you can't reply, which is quite strange because I've been overseas many times and have always had internet, so not sure what's going on there. Me neither. I was in Hong Kong. I had internet. It was super cheap, fun fact. All of this confusion and false rumors could have been easily avoided if you just did the right thing and put up a post from the start, simply explaining to all of us what's going on. We all live busy lives and have a lot going on. You're not the only one with problems in the world, buddy. We are the ones that are keeping your business afloat. So without us, you would have nothing. So it's simply just common decency to do the right thing as a business owner to keep your customers happy by communicating to them what's going on. As I said, not here to attack, it's just called communication. Communication is key. I could not put this one in. Imagine ghosting your customers for months and then showing up and randomly telling them they're the ones taking the piss. Bloody hell. Please get in touch so I can just get my money back. I've come to terms with not getting the products I've ordered, but seriously, the whole situation is BS. This is what gets me. Like, you caused this situation, and like, what accountability has there been? What owning this has there been? It's our fault. You had people telling you, post in the group, say something to people, and you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it. Goodness, the comments are going off. I went on my rant. I'm going to leave this on the screen. This is the group to join if you need or want to seek information on how to pursue a refund. Shuri's here. She hears that I'm worked up. She's here to calm me down. And this is the thing that gets me, folks, because it feels like even with the refunds, it seems like the figures they're willing to refund are people that have put like deposits on artisan figures. And what I found was interesting. So this group, it's closed door, but this person allowed me to share their situation in the stream. So I did get permission from them because I didn't want to break the confidentiality of the group. This person said, absolutely, you can share my story. So this one collector pre-ordered Artisan Anakin, doesn't want to continue with William, said, I don't have faith, I just want a refund. So they said, okay, we'll give you a refund. However, what we're going to do is we're going to list the figure on the website. And if someone buys that figure, then we will refund you. But the refund will be minus the merchant fees. So I think there was a payment through Stripe. They take a merchant fee, which is probably why he doesn't really allegedly want to use the website because, you know, when you're getting PayPal and bank transfers, no merchant fees. So we will refund you minus the merchant fee when someone else buys that figure on the website. And my question was, how much should they list the figure on the website? Because we know artisan prices. They listed the figure on the website for 160 Australian dollars more. And I went, excuse me, like they're listing it for more, but yet they won't give you a full refund for your deposit. Like you're selling it at a higher price and you're going to withhold the merchant fee. But the fact this guy has to hope someone's going to buy this figure from the website to then get his refund, but then sans the merchant fee, even though they're selling it for more. These are the things where I'm like, fact is stranger than fiction. Honestly. And that's the thing. It feels like the artisan figures that they know they can sell at a higher price are the ones they're willing to refund deposits on. Other figures that are pre-order or at that stage, they're not willing to do it. Mike says, this must mean whoever reported him last week must have knocked on his door. Well, the person who reported him set up this group. And I have to applaud them because they've been very proactive. They've been really keen to help people get refunds. And I say the people that are actually not turning a blind eye and are trying to help their fellow collectors if they're not wanting to continue with their orders, like power to you. Seriously. People saying, get your money back, everyone, before he disappears again. Well, that's my thing. Like, how long is he going to be around for? I've been trying to get a refund for the smallest amount, and he just doesn't want to budge. And it's all, oh, I don't understand why you want a refund. It's like, really? I'm like, I said, look at the comments in your group. Really? You don't understand why I don't want to progress with you? So someone's posted his address. I will say, I'm going to leave that in the chat. That is actually publicly available information because if you look up his business registration, the address is there. The only thing is he's not there at the moment. I believe he's in Hong Kong. So the address in New South Wales, I'm not sure how useful that is because he's not there. Oh, goodness. Only ordered from him once, haven't been back. Yeah, I know, SBeam. I remember you saying you didn't have the best experience. He's moved into Philip's old flat. Maybe he did. Maybe he did, Bob. Maybe they're flatmates. And maybe Toys Wangerland will become a reality. I'm sorry to hear about all this. Me too. And this is why I just want to help raise some awareness. Because as I say, it's all happening in closed Facebook groups. And I noticed that people have tried to post this in other groups. And the posts get deleted very quickly. Like, I noticed that in Collector Base. And then someone in the comments of my stream last week said they saw a post in like a Marvel group. And that was quickly deleted. I stick with pop culture, not these dodgy resellers. Yeah, and I'll be honest, I was pre-ordering So toys through William because it was nice to lock them in Aussie dollars. Not anymore. Third-party stuff, 1/6 kit and giant toy, and no one else. Thank you. Who's the owner of that group? If you're in William's group, it'll be really obvious to see who owns this group. Pop culture for the win, best customer service. Yeah, I've been buying with them for close to 11 years, and I've never had a problem. TW released an AI video of their customer service reps and warehouse photos of boxes. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh my goodness, I remember that video. Yeah, maybe William can just redub over the top of that video and use it for himself. Pics of boxes. How about pics of shipping notices? That's the thing, Mike. Like, people had figures that had been released and they were given tracking numbers like a month ago. And it wasn't moving. And that was very Toys Wonderland-esque because they were giving tracking numbers. And people were like, I've got a tracking number, but this parcel's not going anywhere. And it was, no, I'm going to talk to the courier. It'll happen. And then a week goes by and nothing happens. So you lose confidence in the dude. And I can't blame people. Like, anyone who's in this situation with, like, I don't want to proceed with buying from this guy, I can't say I blame them. Thanks for listing the Facebook group. You're welcome. And this was my thing. And I know some people might like, why she keep bringing this up? I did want to let people know about this group. Because if you have decided you don't want to keep going, this group might be able to help you. All these comments are still on his page. He does not delete comments. Well, that's the thing. The comments build up. And then when he eventually does come back, he'll delete the posts. Because on each occasion, there was like 1 or 2 posts that had hundreds of comments and tagging him, sharing his addresses, sharing his phone number. And they were there for the longest time. I got screenshots. And then he just comes in and then just deletes it all. Like, nothing to see here, folks. Nothing happened. Like, he thinks he's Men in Black with the little mind thing. He can just go, and we're all going to forget. And that's the thing. The post he made to say, sorry, I've been too nice, had hundreds of comments. And clearly no moderation, because he's the only one that can administer this group. So he's not paying attention and he's not replying to the messages like he said he would. He usually just deletes the entire post. 100%. Wow, that's a great group post. Which one? Couldn't have said it better myself. Hopefully that's everything I said. Helen in chat, do you think resellers have a different idea of what constitutes good business ethics? That's a great question. And I mean, and this is the thing, because like, you've spent years building up a business. And I'm just going, surely that was not the intent of, I'm going to spend years doing this and hanging out with people and chatting. I don't know, like, has something happened? Like, legitimately, has something happened? Has he just stopped caring about the business? Does he not want to do it anymore? Like, in the last week's stream, there was a comment from the group where someone said, allegedly, he was setting up a business in Singapore. So did money from this business go to that and something's gone wrong and now he doesn't have the funds? I don't know. But also, I think if you looked at this group when it started, it used to be, I'm pretty sure it used to be Australia, New Zealand. And then it became Australia, New Zealand, UK. And then it became Australia, New Zealand, UK, USA. That's a lot for one person. So again, is this like an unwillingness to grow and get the infrastructure you need? But I feel like we've had this happen that many times that if you're wanting to go into this kind of business, there's enough previous history for you to kind of be like, okay, these are the pitfalls. This is where people have fallen over. So if you legitimately wanted to do this, surely you don't fall into the same trap, right? Or am I just naive? Ethics should be universal, but business practice and expectations, yes, the West and East have widely different customer experience expectations. And this is the thing, Bob, because like, he's in Hong Kong, China, wherever he is. We saw with Toys Wonderland, like nothing came of people reporting them there. Like it's a different kettle of fish with Australia. We've got Australian consumer law. We have consumer protection departments. I have to think there's a lot more regulation and whatnot around it. Is this a deliberate tactic that he's gone there? I don't know. I'm hypothesizing. Rackham Chris, are you saying that unfortunately Mafia has been day one, don't trust Wang? Well, if someone else has been saying that for a while, like kudos to them, because this has been my thing at the moment. Like there's a lot of YouTubers in his group. And again, I can't watch every stream. I don't have enough hours in the day, and the time difference in Australia makes it tricky. I hope other people are speaking out about this, but I've not really seen anything to date. And my channel is very small. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've got some big voice and big whatever. So my hope is that me sharing this with the people that watch my stream, that if you then have a collector friend or you see something in the community where people are like, oh, hey, I'm thinking of buying from One Man's Hobby, are they reliable? That you can go, actually, like, I'm not sure that they are. Maybe like check out this stream, or maybe like look at the comments in his group before you pay a deposit. That's all I'm wanting to do. And if others have been doing that, amazing. I just wish I was seeing more of it. My guess, he came back to make a statement because people were threatening legal action. And this is what happened last time. Like people were saying, posting his address, going to report him to the tax office in Australia. He came back and made a post, did a couple of sales posts. And this is the thing that got me. Like people said to me, they were struggling to get replies to their PMs. But then he'd be like, oh, hey, that other figure you put a deposit on has arrived. Can you pay the balance? And they're like, really? Like, I'm not giving you any more money. No, and that's my thing. Like, you don't want to refund me, William? Cool, bro. Like, if you're still in business and those figures come in stock, I'm not paying the balance. I'm not giving you any more money. And I know there's other collectors out there that are like, hey, if I don't get my money back, I know I'm not giving him another cent. So I'd love to get my money back. I'm fortunate it's not a huge amount. But hey, if you're not giving back to me, don't message me to go, oh, I just need you to pay the balance within 2 weeks because I'm not being nice anymore. Take the fool to court to get your money back that way. I mean, people are thinking and talking of that because some of these people that have big bickies, I can totally see it being worth their while to do that. 100%. Loads of issues with Anakin resellers. Wasn't there another one who took pre-orders, then didn't deliver and was caught selling them at a much higher price? Oh, probably. Allegedly, I'm trying to remember, was it Pop Collectibles that were then trying to charge people more? I can't remember exactly, but allegedly. Don't sue me. I own nothing. You can't have this. This all is in Shuri's name. Don't even try. I think customers should get together and knock on his door. Well, I mean, this is where I'm going. Is this another reason why the dude's gone overseas? Because a lot of people know where he lives. It's public information. It's on his business registration. That address in New South Wales, it's public. I found it with not much effort. Tijuana Mike's here. Happy Friday, collectors. Happy Friday to you. Thank you for coming by. It's been posted in statue groups too. Well, Ayo, thank you for letting me know. I hope it didn't get deleted from those groups because for some reason, a lot of other groups, I think my one exception is 16 Galaxies. Someone did do a post and that has stayed up. I feel like most of the 6 scale groups, I've seen people try to warn people in, it's deleted. And I'm like, what is going on? Rackham and Chris says, Mafia warned me and I didn't listen. These are not real businesses. They're just dudes in apartments slanging figures. He's one guy way in over his head. Yeah, and this is the thing. Like, I don't know that him saying, "Oh, I've moved closer to the warehouse," like that doesn't fill me with confidence. Like, I know Australia has more rules and regulations than they would there. Kate Lee, hello, good morning, afternoon, evening. I made it just in time for searching for Wang. Well, he's risen. He made a post. He posted a pictures of some boxes. And I almost redid it. Have you seen this man? He's missing again. But there's been nothing since the 11th of May. And so many people are saying they're not hearing back from the guy. So I think it was, oh, let me just post to put out a fire. And then I'll just go back to whatever. Yeah, if my package doesn't move within a week, I usually cancel or file a claim with PayPal. I just don't play with shipping anymore. That's a good strategy to have, 100%. What if he's being extorted? Who? William? I don't know. Ari Ali, that's a new name. Hello, thank you for making my morning drive more manageable. Well, you're welcome. I'm assuming maybe you're in the US. It's in the morning there, but hello. His mum said multiple times he's having a hard time. I'd say the divorce has been hard on him. Self-discovery journey, whatever it is, falls behind on shipping. Is it his mum? Is it William? A lot of those emails don't sign a name. But again, Jay, this is where I think people would be understanding. And I don't even think you'd have to go into that much detail if you were guys just saying, hey, some really sucky stuff is happening in my life and I need to temporarily step away. My mum or whoever will be doing XYZ, or I need to pause things, but I will keep you updated and I will be back. I think that's all you needed. I think enough people had dealt with the guy and would have had rapport with him that they would have been sympathetic of, like, I'm sorry, something's happening. Like, you sort out your life. I think communication could have solved so many of these problems. He knows what he's doing. I had a big deposit with him and waited over a year. Then he hit me with my supplier is charging more than what I quoted you on now. You missed out, yet wouldn't refund me right away. Oh, no way. Then turned around and said, oh, never mind. We can get it for the original price once I pushed him. Red flag, so pulled my funds. I mean, I would too. That's very cheeky. And this was the thing. The person with the display cabinet that had damaged or missing parts, William was then like, oh, hey, like, you need to pay shipping. And this is where I'm like, excuse me? You're expecting the person to pay shipping on something you delivered with an issue. Oh, big rib. Salt in my wounds. Did you get your Joker yet? No. Helen did not get her Joker because the Australian distributor that was originally saying that the DX32 was going to come in stock on the 30th of April, they updated their website. And the new date is the 30th of May. That's a huge delay. Like, close to 6 months is like pandemic level delays for us in Australia. So I am a bit bummed. I'm getting very itchy buying fingers. And if you're around, Bob, I am considering the Clear Armory or Kane. I can't decide between the two as what my next purchase will be. But it's been a long time since I've gotten a proper figure. I've just had kit bash parts and like suit sets and things. So I'm like missing like unboxing stuff, authentic unboxings, guys. They were so much fun. I have a buy sell swap group. A friend is already posting about it, but I can highlight it a bit more to people. Please do. As I said, I'm not sitting here with like pitchforks at 11, let's go. I just think for some reason it's being shut down in a lot of places. And I just want people to have their eyes open. If you decide to make a purchase with that guy, That's cool. You do you. But it wouldn't sit right with me if I hadn't said anything and someone who watches this could have been given a heads up and pre-orders a Jazz Inc. Catwoman and then never gets it and has put down a big PO and is like, what the hell do I do now? It's pretty much stealing, Helen, not only fraud. I mean, in some cases, it potentially is, really. I think William watches your show to see what's being said about him. I don't know if he is. I got no idea. William is essentially the middleman. He's the person between you and the supplier. Many people do not realize this. Yeah, he is. I mean, he's just, oh, there's little Shuri. Look at her. Look at my little munchkin. You okay then? You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? My little bubby. Yeah, this is the thing. But that's the other thing that some people have questioned. They're like, they've given him the money. Has he passed it on to suppliers? We don't know. And that's the limbo people feel like they're in. They're like, I gave him the money. Did he actually secure the thing? Or if he really was trying to set up this other business in Singapore, did some of the money go there? Particularly the money that's not been transacted through his website where there is a paper trail. I know, Shuri, it's a bit sad. And that's a very legitimate question for someone to be wondering. Costa, Kalimera, Costa, Tikanis. Costa, how are you? Kane, do you know what I did? I pre-ordered the Topo suit for Kane on 1/6 kit last night. Because I will get Kane. And I like the ability to have either in the turtleneck or with the suit. But knowing me, I will probably try to get some spare parts from Toy Anxiety or elsewhere so I can have both. But yeah, I think Kane's coming to the collection. I keep debating, do I buckle and get the clear armory that I swore I'd never get? Or Kane, where I potentially said I wasn't sure about. But I keep seeing Young Bum on Instagram keeps posting photos of Wick and Kane together, and there's some amazing poses. So I feel like I need Kane. Are you there, Keith Lee? Are you there to hear me say that? Dark Knight Archives, thank you. 52 watching and only 28 likes. Hit the like button, everyone. Well, my counter says 56. So if you're here and you're new, hello. The like button's free, and I'd certainly appreciate it. And the like button will hopefully help this stream reach more people so I can let them know to avoid shonky resellers. Allegedly. Please and thank you. So guys, again, this group, if you're feeling uncertain, if you're like, hey, I'm sending emails, I'm sending messages, I'm getting nowhere, the guy's ghosting me, check this group out. They genuinely want to help you. If you can't find the group on Facebook, search, flick me a message on Instagram. I'm there, 6Gal Shiro. I will send you the link to the group. I want to help people. I want to help people avoid losing money. I want to help people have collecting be a fun thing without stress like this. We don't need this kind of stuff in the hobby, and it really upsets me that people are still licking their wounds from Toys Wonderland, and we are then in this situation very quickly with someone else. It's a lot. Honestly, it's a lot. I don't support Williams Wang's actions, but the group you're sharing isn't great either. People are getting refunds. People that were getting ghosted are getting refunds. That's why I'm sharing it. If this can help someone get a refund or get some traction, because Lord knows anything you share in Williams' group is just going to get deleted. All right, guys. That's enough about William Wang watch. Color me surprised when I opened up my Facebook feed and I saw Prison Break figures. I loved the TV show Prison Break. Fun fact, I actually watched it. I've watched all seasons. Did it get ridiculous at the end? Yes, it did. Did I still watch? Of course I did. Fishbone toys. I've not heard great things. These are also very cheap at about, I think they're 140 US per pop. But I thought it was interesting, and we haven't had a lot of third-party newsy news, so I thought I'd put them in here. I also really like Wentworth Miller, and I was looking at this for the sculpt for my Captain Cold, but I'm not convinced this is an upgrade. Windman says, most of us are understanding, but this appears to be way past the understanding phase. Yep. This reeks straight up of scammy behavior. Again, communication is key. Post once every few months is BS. Windman, that's my thing. If you posted and you just said, hey, some stuff's going down, I'm not going to be as visible, but I'm around. It's all it took. Didn't want to do that. And people were saying, post, say something. It'll be fine. I don't think it's fine. Show was awesome. Show was awesome. The early seasons in particular. So we've got two figures that they're doing. One is Michael Schofield with a lot of different looks, and bless their little hearts. They, the tattooed body, it's a shirt. This is not anywhere near what the tattoo was, because the tattoo was, of course, his plan on how he was going to break out of jail, which I thought was so clever. Does not look anything like this. So you've got the sort of prison jumpsuit, you've got the suit, and then that little prison cell diorama at the back is something you can buy separately. And I think it's a cool accessory because you could use it as either with these Prison Break figures or with a lot of other figures. I think it would work. The map, I know, right? But this tattoo does not look anything like the map was intricate. So, I mean, I give them some points for effort, but this is not the map by any stretch. So Michael Schofield was not expecting this, not on my bingo card. Comes with a few accessories, not that diorama by default. He's got a tie, he's got some weapons, he's got a few things there. But the thing that surprised me was the companion figure to this, because you would think it's going to be Dominic Purcell, right? You're going to do the brothers. You're going to have Michael Schofield and Lincoln Burrows. But Fishbone Toys went, no, we're going to make Teabag. Interesting choice. He just comes with the prison outfit. He's got his hat there. Again, I'm not sure these sculpts are particularly amazing. The Michael Schofield in particular, like, on the suit, the neck looks very, the neck doesn't look right. It looks very short. So I don't know if that's the shirt collar's too big, that something's up with the neck. But Teabag. Teabag for him to hold his pocket. Oh, goodness. And he's holding the pocket in one of these photos. But, I mean, look, the character of Teabag, and particularly the actor who played him, I always feel like the characters you really hate and despise, that's amazing acting. Like Joffrey from Game of Thrones, Teabag from Prison Break. Like, that actor was amazing. The character was super creepy, but I think the actor did an amazing job. Oh, Calvin's here. Hello. How you doing? I hope you had an amazing trip. Calvin was he went to Japan for Star Wars Celebration. That's cool. Good morning, Helen. Thanks for the heads up on the William Wang situation. I was referred to him by a close friend but never pulled the trigger. Thankfully, I dodged this dilemma. But Calvin, and this is the interesting thing, like, so many people are saying, up until 6 months ago, I had no issue recommending the guy, thought he was great, thought he was really legit, thought he was a good guy. And now they're like, oh God, I wish I hadn't done that. And I'm the same. Recommended him to a coworker, made a point of going up to that guy to be like, please be careful. Things are not looking as good as when I recommended him to you. And please check out my streams before you buy anything, because I don't want to look this guy in the eye every day and be like, you lost money because I told you to go to this group. And then this group has gone downhill. So I'm just trying to help people be aware of the situation. So Teabag comes with a hat, comes with a few little accessories. I still can't believe Prison Break figures after all these years. My goodness. I'm trying to think when this was on TV. It was a long time ago. And then they did that 5th series on Netflix. Those first few seasons were so good. I see Jude Law. Well, I'm glad you see someone because, as I say, these likenesses, I think maybe the Wentworth Miller one is a bit stronger. But again, $140 figures, I don't think we're going to set the bar high. And I did see a few people make comments that Fishbone toys aren't the best. And let's be honest, like the baseline price for like a third-party figure from someone that you would think is good, produces good products, like a Mars Toys or a So-So Toys, it's a lot more than $140. So I wouldn't get my hopes up too much if people did want to buy these. Guys, Star Wars. Cheers to Star Wars, guys. And I know you're wondering, is this going to be Star Wars Hours with Miss Allison or Star Wars Minute with Miss Helen? It's the question of the evening. The show initially aired in August 2005. Wow. So we probably got it like the next year in Australia. Because I was trying to think, where was I in life? It was oh goodness, almost 20 years ago. Oh, I would have been so young. I would have been so young, guys. It's time. It's time. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a 60-second timer, guys. We're going to do Star Wars in 60 seconds. Will I get through all the things in 60 seconds? I don't even know. I can't even enunciate words right now. So I don't even know how this is going to go. But I'm going to do my best to do Star Wars in 60 seconds. Miss Allison is not going to be down with this, but I don't care. This is my stream. This is not her stream. She can mind her business. Miss Allison pre-ordered this already. Yeah, she got the standard and the deluxe. She's all in. This is nuts. I really didn't expect to see Vader on the slab in 6 scale. Looks great, but 500, no thanks. Oh, wow. If that's 500 for you, it's probably like 800 Australian dollars. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm going to have a sip of tea, and then I'm going to do Star Wars in 60 seconds. And if you're one of the new people that's joined me tonight, I don't do the Star Wars. Nothing you say is going to convince me. If you then are like, I'm out, I'm never watching this again, well done for getting this far. The people who know me know this is how I roll. This is and still want me to stream even during Star Wars centric weeks. Gone in 60 seconds, yes. Sip tea, deep breath, sign of the cross. Lord, give me strength. 1 minute on the timer. Can I do it? I don't know. I don't know that I can do it. I need to rest my phone somewhere. Oh, that's so subjective. But anyway. All right. If I know anything about Star Wars, it's you can't have too much Darth Vader. This Darth Vader has crispy skin and back problems. That's why he comes with a beautiful reformer Pilates table. And clearly Darth Vader does the work. He's there doing Pilates every day and celebrating his gains, and I would like to congratulate him on recovering from his back injury. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I didn't know his lightsaber produced neon tech butterflies. That's super exciting. And there's an artisan version to boot with a beautiful wool implantation, looks like a mullet. Droids. I don't get what the deal is with these guys, but they're everywhere. All the droids all the time. One of them kind of looks like Wally. I'm glad Wally's still in work. Speaking of work, don't let people tell you that clones don't have career progression opportunities, because Cody's now a commander and I applaud him for his promotion. This guy's just a trooper. I don't get why he doesn't want more for his life. 60 seconds. We just made it. Just made it. I was worried I wasn't going to make it in time. Why doesn't this trooper want to rise up the ranks? Do troopers have ranks, Shuri? I wish you could hear a little reply. She meowed back. I don't know what the deal is with the troopers. But this guy doesn't want more in life. Cody got himself a promotion, so. Crispy skin and a back problem. Well, what the hell else is it? And I was literally like, how many versions of Vader with a munted face are there? Because we have the mask one where he looked really pale and broken. And then we've got the crispy skin one, which I'm guessing came before the other one. But I'm like, what is this table? It reminds me of Pilates. But I was just so happy for the guy because look at him. He's like, yes, my back is better. And like, amazing, because like back pain is debilitating. And if you're telling me he got over that, like, I'm so happy for him. It's a real issue in society. I pre-ordered one of each version of this Vader, all the Vaders plus some extras for custom something Star Wars. I think this is going to be 30 seconds max. No, I did a minute. I said 60 seconds, and I thought I was going to run out of time, but I mean, I got there. Helen, please, I'm still mourning having missed out on yet another Cody. Does he get another promotion? Does he become like superintendent clone commander? Because then they'll do that version of him too. 10,000 versions. It feels like 10,000 versions. My goodness. Yeah, crispy skin. We're not talking about chicken. Well, I mean, like, dude's red. That's not right. I don't know what happened. I don't want to know what happened. Buy them all. Sure, you do you. Buy beautiful wool mullet Kenobi. Amazing. The Vader is so beautiful, incredible details. Yeah, I mean, the Reformer Pilates table looks really good. Droids. Some look like garbage bins. I have the first Cody. I'm good. I have no Codys. I'm super good. That middle pick of Vader makes me laugh. I feel like he's raising his fist and saying, yes, that's my whole thing. I was like, you look at the progression of the photos, it's like his back hurts, he's really sore, but he did the work, he's back on his feet, he's happy to be alive, and that's great. That's really good. I don't know what that means on carded reviews. I mean, to be fair, that Obi-Wan does look like Jesus, especially with the with the hand stretched out. Oh, goodness. Do I have that? Is that, well, yeah, maybe. I don't get what the butterfly thing is with the lightsaber. That's impressive. I really hope it's neon tech. Clone Commander Cody. Goodness me. It was odd that Sideshow didn't put up a notice with these exclusives went up for pre-order. I don't know what's happening with this stuff. I feel like they got announced and 35 minutes they were released. And this is why I'm like, given Star Wars is all releasing within like days, I can't talk about these multiple times. What am I going to say? Garbage bins, that's a new one. I'm stealing it. Feel free. Use any of it with my blessing. Go forth and spread the goodness that is Star Wars in 60 seconds. Sideshow is the master of the sneak attack. Oh, really? I've only bought from them once, and honestly, given what I paid for postage, I don't know that I would buy from them again. Had no issue. Like, the figure fine, everything fine, but it was a lot of money, and I'm very used to pop culture where I don't pay for postage. So it was a bit of a sticker shock for me when I had to pay something like $90 postage for a very standard size figure, like for John Wick. It wasn't like I was ordering like the Batman Deluxe or something where it's like a big box, or the 89 Batman with the big diorama. Like, that's a pretty standard Hot Toys box. And the Australian dollar is terrible. So that's enough Star Wars. Thank you for joining me for Star Wars in 60 seconds. Send all complaints to idon'tknow@gmail.com. Guys, it's Swarovski Iron-Man. And it's so interesting this year because I feel like so many announcements have had very quick releases. And I don't know if that's just because of the volume that have been exclusives and have very low numbers, or if Hot Toys has just gone, you know what, like, we can get these out a lot quicker than what we have done. Like, people had hypothesized in the past, do they hang on to things? Can they release things closer to movies? And I think the answer to those questions is maybe. I think I can beat it. What about Mop Bucket? Oh, Mop Bucket's good. I like it. It does kind of look like a mop bucket. Gorgeous piece, just not a fan of his mask. I think you mean mask. Mark or mask? I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. J. But look, this is for a particular kind of collector. We know the Iron Man peeps, they want all the Iron Man things and stuff. I'm keen to know, is anybody buying this? Like, legitimately, that's not me going, ooh, I'm going to have a go at you. But, like, if you're in the chat or you're watching the replay, like, are you picking this up? Because it's interesting. Like, I do think, like, the concept's interesting, the stylization of it, like the different colors you're getting in the panel. Like, it is interesting. I would just never buy this. Like, where is this going in my collection? Nowhere. And they love to do this with Iron Man, right? Like, they like to throw up different concepts and artist impressions and blah, blah, blah. I don't know where they got the idea from the Fractal Suit from, whether that's just an artist thing, a comic thing, is he in some kind of weird dimension at some point? I don't particularly know. It's interesting. And I'm not going to lie, I do kind of dig that they kept that fractal pattern into the nameplate on the base. Like, I do think that's kind of cool. It looks kind of pink in these photos, though. I wonder. It does feel a bit more pink than red. Cousin Anthony's here. TJF Snack Time with Helen and Dark Allison Thriving. Cousin Anthony, we have other Dutch people in the chat, and they said the name of the specular sprinkles, and they like dared me to say it, and I said it, and I completely butchered it, but I had to go. So next time we talk, you're gonna have to tell me how to pronounce it correctly so I can be authentic. Randall bought 6, or Randall would buy 6. Randall would also tell you to buy Star Ace, baby. Buy Star Ace. Cousin Anthony, did you pre-order Swarovski Iron-Man? Really? Okay, guys, Cousin Anthony over at Figure Posing Channel, he just got his inner Joker 4-pack. And the scene he made with the 4 figures is incredible. Either check him out on Instagram or he's got his group 6 scale, I think it's 6 scale posing or 6 scale poses, I forget. It's so great. It incorporates the dioramas, and the poses for each figure are just such like strong character poses for each of the different outfits. Like, you did an amazing job, cousin. Like, that Joker display looks freaking amazing. I think that's the best setup I've seen of anybody posing those 4 Jokers. This armor looks like Hulk got his hands on it and Tony tried to recycle it. Ooh, maybe. Hot Toys has been killing it of late with the artistic pieces with this and the Cherry Blossom Stormtrooper and some of the unique pieces that really come to mind at the moment. What's the thing, Mr. J? When I was in Hong Kong, they had some artist impression Spider-Man figures that I got to see, and they were cool. And I was like, oh, are they going to release these, or are these just a one-off? Like, they were really interesting. You can see them in my store tour of Secret Base. I call this discarded candy wrapper Iron Man. Oh, maybe. Randall! Did I hear Star Ace? Buy them all, baby. Buy them all, baby. Oh, yes, Randall. Like, I can't think of Star Ace without thinking of you, my friend. How they have not signed you to a multi-year brand ambassador deal, I don't know. I don't know. Why are they not having Randall doing like figure unboxing and reviews? Who better than their biggest fan? Randall. It makes sense, guys. Still no news on Blitzway Ghostbusters. Has anyone heard anything? No, they've been a bit quiet. Like, Blitzway, I feel like the DeLorean announcement was their most recent thing, but they did that post at the start of the year where they talked about Ghostbusters. I think it was also The Boys and Back to the Future. So I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are wanting to know because the present toys one were not looking great. I'm not going to lie. The present toys ones were not looking good. And I feel like there's a lot of people who have been chasing those on the aftermarket that would love to pick them up. So, yeah, I don't know. If anyone has anything, let us know either in the chat or in the comments afterwards because, yeah, it would be interesting if anybody's heard anything. Natalie Harris is here. Hey, Helen, hope you're doing well from the UK. Well, I am, Natalie. How are you? I hope you're having a great Friday. I'm pretty sure it's probably afternoon for you there in the UK. I hope the weather is nice by UK standards. It's still quite sunny and warm here in Western Australia. I'm wondering when it's going to get cold and rain, but Australian problems, guys. Swarovski Iron-Man. I think only Randall and cousin Anthony have ordered this, which is interesting. Sure, you didn't order this. Stop it. You don't have money. Guys. Batfleck 2.0, and can I just say, we got some beautiful blogger photos for this figure. Like, credit where it's due. I thought the blogger photos for this figure were really nice. And I felt like we had some photos that really told a story, really made use of that really cool diorama base that comes with it. I think the deluxe version. Like, this looks like artwork. This doesn't look like a figure to me. Like, this is a beautiful picture. I really like. Batfleck is not my Batman. Don't cancel me for that. But I really enjoyed looking through these photos, and I thought the bloggers did some really cool stuff with it. Batman. This is definitely not the stuntman. No, it is definitely not the stuntman. I agree. But seriously, like, some beautiful, beautiful posing, some really nice photos here. I really struggled with which images to use. The body looks really big. Like, I was watching Figure Hideout has his unboxing up on YouTube, and he did a side-by-side of the modern suit Keaton, Christian Bale Batman, and this Batfleck, and it is very big in comparison to those two. So I have to think there would be a sizable difference between any previously released versions of this figure and this one, which would be interesting. I am keen to see someone compare the different Batflecks. I don't think Figure Hideout had another one to compare it to, but I will be keen to see how it stacks up. No Tim Tam slams this time. We can't Tim Tam slam every day. I'm also currently obsessed with Dutch sprinkles on bread, which sounds ridiculous, but it's amazing. It's so good. Goodness, maybe I could do like a Tim Tam of the week, and I could talk through the different flavors. I don't know. Like, I talk about the snacks. Do people want to hear about Australian snacks? Like, let me know. I always say I try to make this stream for the people, so I will talk about the stuff you want me to talk about. You're not alone, Helen. Affleck has ruined Batman and Daredevil for me. Oh my goodness. Until Charlie Cox redeemed the character for me. Hot take. I tried to watch the Ben Affleck Daredevil and struggled. I don't know. I feel like people that love Affleck, it's tied into a comic version of Batman that they feel he represents. I just feel like for me, I just never connected with the guy because he was always in like ensemble movies. And I was actually really bummed out because when there was talk of a solo movie for him, and I think in particular with Deathstroke being the villain, that really interested me because I really loved Deathstroke as a villain in Arrow. I thought like Manu Bennett did an amazing job with that character. If someone made him in figure form, I would freaking love it. But yeah, I don't know. And then I don't know. I just never felt a strong pull to him because like when I've posted like Batman collection tours just showing my Batman figures, and I often get people going like, where's Batfleck? And I'm just like, I just don't. There's never been a part of me that's like, I need to get a Batfleck. That's the thing that's missing in my Batman collection. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I just don't feel like I need it. Miss Batwoman's here. Perfect timing. Hi, Helen and everyone. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well. This figure is a beast in that comparison, Helen. 100%. Like, next to the modern suit and the Bale, it's huge. It looks like he's on the roids. Like, it's substantially bigger. Snack of the week segment would be great. Oh goodness, maybe we could. Sideshow literally put me on the last payment for this figure for another month a week ago, so probably won't get mine till July. I'd be so keen to know if you get this before I get my DX32 Joker broke collector. Oh goodness. Oh, I met Manu in person at DragonCon years ago, back when he was in Spartacus. Amazing guy and can drink anyone under the table. Yeah, I've met Manu at cons as well. Like, cool guy, really, I think cares about his fans and spends time chatting and whatnot. He was just a great villain as Deathstroke. I absolutely loved him. And I loved how invested he seemed in the character, because then the sort of turn they took with him, you could see it really like upset him. And I just was like, I had respect for that he cared about his character that much. And I thought he was a brilliant Deathstroke. And I had always thought Arrow was so under merchandised, but I kept hoping some third party company would make his Deathstroke. And because no one did, I pre-ordered the So-So one, which I know is not Manu, but I feel like it's the closest one I'm going to get. But yeah, he's a super cool guy. I really like Manu Bennett. Deathstroke is badass. In case you haven't seen it, Helen, check out intro cinematic to Batman Arkham Origins. Great fight scene with Batman and Deathstroke. I feel like I have that game. I have played some of the Arkham games many years ago. But I think I've said on the channel, like, unfortunately, a lot of those newer games make me motion sick, so I haven't continued playing them a lot because I literally have to take travel sick pills. Otherwise, I need to, like, lie down and sleep it off, which I'm a grown up. I got stuff to do, right? Windman42, I would say that the director's cut of Affleck's Daredevil is so much better. Oh, interesting. I liked his Batman personally, but I haven't disliked any Batman portrayals. Not saying I liked all the Batman films, okay. Well, yeah, I think because some people would be like, really, George? Did you like George? So this head sculpt has been interesting. I think it looks like Ben Affleck. Do I think Hot Toys did some favors and made him look young and maybe looked, I'm not going to say chiseled, but made his jaw look a bit more chiseled than it is? Maybe. I think there's been some stylization, idealization, whatever word you want to use to this head sculpt. I still think it looks like the guy. People who are saying it doesn't look like him, I don't know that I can agree with that. I can recommend Stellar Blade, best game I've seen in a long time. Okay, interesting. I don't know what it is. But yeah, as I say, I know who this is. A lot of people, who's that, blah, blah, blah. Some people are never happy. And yeah, this is where, when the question of could he sit on the bike, like I looked at that pose of him sitting down sort of on the diorama base, and I'm guessing those legs look bent to me. Like maybe you could make it work. I don't know how natural or low on the bike it would be. It would be interesting to give it a go. This does to me feel like he looks like a bit younger version of him than what we saw in the movies, personally. I think it looks like him. I do too, but I'm just so every release. Who's that? Blah, blah, blah. What are you? I think we know who it is, guys. Hot toy sculptors do tend to flatter the actor's likeness quite a bit, often making their faces more symmetrical. Yeah, this is going to sound weird, but I feel like I've noticed that lately with Christian Bale's nose, and I think that's going to sound weird, but I have seen some custom sculpts recently, and I was a bit like, oh, what's with the sort of bridge of his nose? And then when I've looked up photos of him, I'm like, oh, no, that's like really accurate. Like Hot Toys has kind of done a bit of work there. And I guess this is back to that typical debate we have of some people want accuracy, some people want looks good or looks cool. Like you can be in either camp. Like it's up to you. It's your collection. But I do think likeness looks nice. Figure looks nice. It certainly looks very big and stocky, as I think people, that's the look they think of with this version of Batman. And with the cowl, like I think the likeness is definitely a lot better than what we saw with the Flash Batman. It's definitely a lot better. Honestly, I think the sculpt is okay, but I do not think it's as good as the prototype. Oh, okay, interesting. I don't think I have a strong memory of the prototype, but it's not atypical. I know people are probably going to be like, but it shouldn't be, but it is. Luminara's here. Hey, Lumi, how are you? Happy Friday. Nice to see you in the chat. I hope you're doing well. Guys, I know Luminara wants to start streaming soon. So subscribe to Lumi's channel, please. And thank you. Because I would love to see more female collectors on YouTube. So I was very excited when Lumi said she wants to start streaming. So go show some love and support. I think it's great. I always said when I started this channel, didn't think I was going to be the best, didn't think I was going to do anything, but I was like, you know what? I didn't like not seeing female collectors out there, and I was like, but you're not putting yourself out there. So I went, well, I'm going to do it. And I hope that then other people will do their own channels, be on streams, do stuff. So please and thank you. Some support for Lumi would be amazing. Despite the issues with the sculpt, the Cal version looks amazing. Yeah, I think the Cal version looks really strong. I think it looks really good. I was looking back and forth of both sculpts last night. Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm tempted to get this Batman, but I'm waiting for in art. Oh, goodness. They have said they're doing it. I don't know when or how long that's going to take. Only you can answer the question of how patient are you as a collector. Only you can answer that question. Thanks. You're welcome. 100%. You are welcome, Lumi. I'm really looking forward to this guy and putting him on that flashback cycle. Well, you have to let us know if you can post him okay on it, because now you've got me wondering. You've got me wondering again. Collectors Unite 2.0, you can make it happen. I mean, I'm down for Collectors Unite to come back. Like, I'm here. I'm here every week. Like, I'm still showing up. I'll stream. I feel like I'd stream with a lot of people. Like, I think the thing that makes it tricky for me is time zone, because I think a lot of people are in North America, and I know I've had people be like, hey, would you like to come on my stream? And then when I work out the time, I'm like, I'd love to, but that's like literally the middle of my work day. So it makes it tricky. Like, it really does. But I mean, if people ask me, I'm available. I would. Reeves Superman first, please, in art. Well, this is what gets me, Costa. Like, they showed that prototype. I feel like it was 2023, like late 2023, because they did that Wonderfest. And then they did the Wonderfest last year. And I think a lot of us thought, okay, we'll see updates to Daenerys. We'll see updates to Christopher Reeve's Superman. All those things they showed the previous years, we thought we'd see more developed versions of. And there was nothing. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I will be doing a live unboxing for him in the Bat Cycle once I get him. Oh, okay, cool. My last unboxing I did was Artisan Darth Vader Sith Apprentice. Are you getting Pilates Darth Vader? I'm guessing you're going to get Pilates Darth Vader. Oh, Mike, thank you. We definitely appreciate you stepping up week after week, Helen. We'll be here as long as you are. Thank you. It's yeah, it's interesting streaming on your own. Yeah, it is, because like even this week was a really crazy week at work. I'm probably a little bit sleep deprived, but I was like, no, you've made a commitment. We're turning up. We've got 60 seconds of Star Wars to talk about. And I wanted to give an update on the reseller shenanigans and whatnot. So I'm trying. Like, whether I'm doing an amazing job or not, I don't know. But like, A for effort, right? Swag. Yeah, he's got some swag. I have to say, I love this diorama base, and I feel like this could be something people pursue on Toy Anxiety, because I feel like he could use this for quite a few things. This photo, this is cool. Like, I love it with these dioramas when you can like just create a story with one figure, one diorama. I think it's so cool. I feel like you could use this for like this diorama. I feel like you could use it for Daredevil. You could use it for Spider-Man. You could use it for so many different characters. Helen is always awesome. Thank you. Have you heard from Bretta at all recently, or Christian? Not for a while, no. Like, I know the guys have had some stuff going on. I haven't heard from them. I'd love to hear from them. I hope they're doing well. And yeah, I mean, if the stream was to come back, I would love to stream with them again. Like, they're really good guys. I really enjoyed getting to know them. Because we'd sort of chat before and after the stream and during the week. I think they're really good people, and I get it. Like, life happens, right? Like, people might have to step away from YouTube for a time for whatever reason that is. But as I said, like, I think they're both great people, and I hope whatever's happening that they're doing well. And if I got a message one day going, "Hey, do you want to stream or just chat?" Like, I'm totally down for that, 100%. A for effort, also A force. Need a Koye for my A force. That's why. This is how I've decided I'm entertaining myself now. Every Star Wars post, I'm either doing a crying reaction or I'm posting a Koye. That's how I've decided I'm gonna handle the Star Wars bonanza that is 2025. Yeah, as I say, like, amazing blogger photos. I really like these blogger photos. I think this looks cool. But this is my other thing with Batfleck. Like, it's not like other Batman figures that you've got this universe of, like, villains and characters that you can really put him with. Like, you can put him with, like, the Justice League or Superman, and Wonder Woman from BvS or whatnot. But he didn't have his own universe. He didn't have his own Joker, his own Riddler, his own Penguin, his own whoever, whichever villains they wanted to use. And I don't know if that impacted on how invested I got in with Batfleck or not, but I don't know. The Adam West Batman and the Batfleck are probably the two I've not felt like, oh my God, I have to have them in my collection. So, might be an unpopular opinion. Might not be. My goodness. Color me surprised when we got blogger photos of Sam Wilson Captain America. It made me then go, hang on, when was this meant to be released? And maybe I don't know how to look at the Sideshow website correctly, because I could not see when it was expected to release in Sideshow. So I went to the Pop Culture website, and their ETA, which granted would probably be 3 months behind what Sideshow is saying, was June 2026. This guy is super early, and I don't know what to make of that. Is that because they know there's going to be other appearances of Sam, and they're going, hang on, we need to get this out of the door because we don't want multiple Captain Americas on pre-order at the same time, because we know that's happened with other characters before, and people inevitably will, like, not get both or cancel one to get the other, etc. Is it that? Or is it that this wasn't a very highly pre-ordered figure? Like, I think this looks fantastic. The movie, mixed reactions. And we'll see him in other stuff. So I don't know. And I will be interested to see with the other sort of, I guess, Marvel properties. Like, when do we see Sam Wilson again? Will we discover, I guess, a reason why perhaps maybe this was got out the door so quickly? So yeah, it's interesting. I do wonder. Low pre-orders and the sculpt was good to them. I think the sculpt is really good. I'll be honest with you. I really like this sculpt. I have the original Falcon figure, and I know that's quite old. But I feel like they've always done a really good job with Anthony Mackie's likeness. I think this figure looks great. I just don't know how many people want this. And it's quite interesting because the Falcon and the Winter Soldier version, it's like still in stock and heavily reduced at Pop Culture. So you've got the option. You can have the more white version of the outfit or the more blue version. Like, you've got choices there. Personally, I didn't like this, personally, I didn't feel like this is a one and done piece just because it demands a lot of space with the use of the wings, comes down to suit preferences. What's the thing though, Mike? I'll be honest with you. I have envy of the wings and how they articulate because I wish the wings on the Falcon could articulate the way the wings on this suit do. Like, you can get those, the way some of the photos show the wings like literally hugging the figure. That's super impressive to me. Like, the wings on the original Falcon, you had to have the guy sideways to like fit him in a detail. Whereas now you can make him as compact as you want. And I think that's really, like, I would love them to do a 2.0 of Falcon. Like, they have 2.0 Bucky, they have 2.0 Stealth Suit Cap. Keep going. Give me Falcon and Nat so I can have 2.0 of Falcon, of Captain America Winter Soldier. I think that's a top 5, if not favorite Marvel movie for a lot of people. And I would totally be down. But guys, as I was saying, I like this likeness. I think looks really great. Whether it's with the goggles, whether without. I think Hot Toys did a great job with this. You need to do better Hot Toys, Anthony Mackie, probably. Oh, he'd maybe give Howie a pep talk. I love my Falcon and the Winter Soldier Captain America. It looks cool. Like, I've seen like Iron Logan do like a posing showcase with it. As I say, like, incredible. Like, the wings and the way it articulates, it looks fantastic. But this is the thing, that and the Bucky from that show, I think Bucky's like $200 Australian, and which I think would be like maybe $140 US. And I think the Sam Wilson cap is like maybe $350 Australian, which would be like, I think, low 200 US. Like, that, they're bargains, seriously. The articulated wings are awesome. Would have been great for Golden Wonder Woman as well. That's so true. I did wonder if I don't know if it was something to do with the gold paint or what it was, but this is the thing that gets me. Like, they can do it. And that thing was gigantic. It made me laugh because, like, the deluxe, I feel like, got very heavily discounted at pop culture very quickly. Because I just think they're just struggling to just sell the thing. I like the suit. Like, seriously, like, I love, like, 6-Scale Kawu did some really nice photos, actually, of the Sam Wilson cap and the Endgame Chris Evans cap together. And it was quite interesting to compare the two outfits, because I really love the extra pop of red you get with the Sam Wilson with the boots and the gloves. It's just a little bit more vibrant. And I thought it was really cool to see that comparison, because there are probably a few more differences to the suits than I had expected. After seeing the Thunderbolts last week, I'd be definitely down for a Bucky from that movie. I'm currently Bucky-less. Oh, really? I need to go see the Thunderbolts again. Oh my God, Costa, are you still around? Did you see the Thunderbolts? If you saw the Thunderbolts, let me know what you think. And if you still stand by your prediction of which figures they would make from that movie. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the Thunderbolts, and I feel like if they made the team, it would be pretty hard to resist them. I feel like Yelena and Alexi would definitely be must-buys for me. But I am keen to see, because we got that teaser. And I love it, because I'm in there posting all the photos of Okoye in the Star Wars posts, and this guy keeps posting pictures of the Thunderbolts. And I just keep liking it. I'm like, you go, sir. I hope you get your Thunderbolts. I hope I get my Okoye. I'm going to spam till I get what I want. And Lumi's been in there posting photos of Okoye and the Dor Milaje. I'm like, yes, we're going to build some momentum. We're going to get that Okoye made, please, Howie Claus. Because, oh, Costa's still here. Oh, you haven't. Oh, bummer. How was the gala? You were going to a fancy gala last week. Hope it went well. Well, I hope you get to see it soon. I need to go see it a second time. I really enjoyed it. But guys, this is what I was saying about the wings. These wings are impressive. That first Falcon figure, the wings just stack out, and there was maybe one point of pivot. There was very limited movement you could do. For me, because I wanted the wings very flat, I had to like put them on a funky angle. They're not really connected to the sort of backpack to make them be space efficient. But you don't have that problem with this guy. Seriously, like one photo, the wings were just wrapped around the figure entirely. And I think it was Six Scale Kawo who did this really cool pose with the wings where they were kind of closed, but then the shield was in the middle. And I thought that looked so cool. I really did. It's nice, but I guess this is maybe where some collectors know, like, you get multiple versions of characters and everyone's like, what's the definitive? What's next for the suit? What might it be? So I don't know. I don't know if it's that or maybe affinity to the movie. Do they already have a Captain America, Sam Wilson Captain America? I don't know, but I will be keen to see, is this a case of low pre-order numbers or he's in something else really soon and they didn't want multiple figures competing with each other? I'd buy Yelena even though I haven't seen the movie yet. I just love the character. Oh, I love Yelena. I just think Florence Pugh is such a scene stealer. Like, even in the Black Widow movie, I remember going to work the next day and my boss at the time was sort of into the Marvel movies as well. And he's like, what did you think about it? And I was like, I know it was called Black Widow, but I'm like, the sister just stole the show. And even in Hawkeye, like, I love just watching the scenes between Kate and Yelena. So yeah, I'm hoping we get a Yelena. Surely we get Yelena, guys. But yeah, like, seriously, look at this. Like, the posing options for this figure are super cool. Sam will have a different suit in Doomsday. Well, I think most of them will, right? This is the thing. Like, the suits typically don't hang around for very long. There's always a change, a variation. And maybe there are some people going, I want to wait for Doomsday. You know, if that's kind of your next sort of start of going back to being a little bit more of the sort of iconic ensembles, getting a Sam from that, I can understand that completely. Because really, you've got this and Red Hulk. Like, that's the line from this movie. And part of me is kind of surprised they are doing Red Hulk. But some people might just be huge Captain America Sam Wilson fans and want this. And that's fair enough, because you could have quite a cool display having the different iterations of him from Falcon to this version of Captain America. Goodness, guys, that's the end of the slides, and we got there. I wasn't sure how this was going to go because, goodness, we had a lot to talk about with One Man's Hobby and the resellers at the start. So I was a bit nervous at one stage, but, you know, I think the real saving grace and what helped me with the time was Star Wars in 60 seconds. So, well done me. I'm going to have a little drink to that. So I don't know. That's the end of my slides. If anybody has anything else they want to cover off, anything else they want us to chat about. As I say, I did see the videos from JND and Jazz Inc. Didn't include them on the schedule because I wasn't sure how we are going to go for time. And I am mindful of that Artisan drop that's coming up in, I think, 50 minutes on Sideshow. I think it's the Artisan Kenobi with is it a mullet and butterfly lightsaber effect. It's amazing. It's a great figure. Because if not, it is now Saturday morning for me. It is also Saturday morning for Ash Chase. It's actually a lot more into Saturday morning for Ash Chase than it is for me. Ash, Like, you're a night owl, my friend. You are much more of a night owl than I am. I think I am, but you're regularly up at crazy o'clock. Because if there's not any more for any more, Helen might sign off. Go get some sleep. Go see how many hateful comments I might have about my stream. I don't know. But guys, let me do a cheeky promo for myself while I'm here. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button. It's free. It helps more people find the stream and more people get a heads up about the PSAs I'm trying to share. If you're watching on the replay, drop me a comment. I'd love to know who's watching the replay. Like, where are you? Like, what did you pick up this week? Like, did anybody get something this week? I got nothing because I'm still waiting for Joker. So I went and pre-ordered stuff on 1/6 kit to tide me over. So I ordered the Topo cane suit, which I'm excited about. I ordered just some little spare parts and pieces because on 1/6 kit they have really handy sets like this is going to sound weird, but like little like leg connector sets, which is really handy because if you have a figure and you need to make it slightly taller or things like that, those connector sets are handy. And if you're into kit bashing, like having little spare parts and pieces around makes life so much easier. You don't always have to order and wait. Like, I like to have a stock of things like neck connectors, different like pegs, things like that I might need. And I actually need to think of what my next kit bash is going to be because I miss having a substantial kit bash project. And I don't know what the next one could be. I keep trying to think of what it could be. I don't know. 2:12 a.m. for Ash. He's a wild man. He's a wild, wild man. I think I'm going to wrap things up then, folks. Thank you, Helen. Another great stream. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you tuning in. My birthday is Sunday, which is tomorrow. Now, guys, happy birthday, Ash. You did tell us that a couple of weeks ago. I hope you have an amazing birthday. Are you doing something Deadpool themed? Are you going to have like a Deadpool movie marathon? Are you going to dress up as Deadpool and spend your day dressed as Deadpool? I don't know. I'm trying to think what I typically do on my birthday. I was overseas last year, I think, for my birthday. But definitely, happy birthday, Ash. Often's here. Often, you've tuned in just in time for me to be like, I'm wrapping up. Because it is late and I'm tired and I feel like I don't have much of a voice left. I'm pretty sure Shuri's gone to sleep. Because she's a clever little cookie, my Shuri. She really is. Thanks for the stream, Helen. Have a great weekend, everyone. Got to keep it brief because the traffic light just turned green. Oh my God, don't text and drive, anyone, please. Like, safety on the road first. Happy birthday, Ash, of course. No, that was last year. The movie marathon or the dressing up as Deadpool? Which one? Another great stream, Helen. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and take care. Thank you, Dark Knight Archives. I appreciate you being here again. What character would you dress up for on your birthday if you could? Oh, goodness. I don't know. I feel like, honestly, I'd probably dress up as like a mascot of something. Could I just dress up as like a bear or a tiger with like a big boggly head thing where no one would know it was me? Like, that would be cool. I feel like I'd be like a team mascot. I feel like I would be a team mascot is what I would do. Many happy returns, Ash. Oh no, just finished work. Have a good weekend, everybody. Well, maybe catch the replay if you need something to watch. Rundown is on tomorrow, isn't it? A day early. That's a treat. S-Beam is still here. Great stream. Have a weekend. Have a great night and weekend, Helen. Thank you, S-Beam. Appreciate you coming along to hang out. Birthday party last year. I was Deadpool. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Do the Dormelage. I don't have the figure to pull that off, and I'm not sure that I don't know what my scalp would look like if I shaved my head. So, not everyone has a perfect or beautiful scalp in this world. Fun stream. Have a great weekend. Everyone stay safe. Thank you, Winman42. Appreciate you coming by. Where's Okoye? Oh my God, where is Okoye? Where's Okoye? I'm just, every time there's a Star Wars post, I'm posting a photo of Okoye. That's how I'm coping with all the Star Wars volume. I thought you'd dress up as Miss Marvel, Helen. I don't know. I think if I was getting dressed up, I'd want to be able to not have people know who I am, because then I feel like you could maybe do things a little bit out of character, and then people wouldn't know. They'd be like, who's that person? What are they doing? Yeah, I've never really been a like cosplayer, but I think it looks cool. Like, I think I've seen people do some amazing cosplays, but yeah, I literally just think I'd like, can I just dress up as a tiger or something with just a big bobbly head? I followed your lead on that, Helen. I know Lumi, because when I mentioned it before, because I was saying how there's this one guy that keeps posting the Thunderbolts photo. I'm posting Okoye, and then I noticed you're in there posting like the Dor Milaje and Okoye photos, and every time I see I'm liking. But seriously, this has been like, because I'd see these Star Wars things and I'd be like, man, like everything is Star Wars. Like, I cannot. And that's where I was like, no, every time I see a Star Wars release or announcement, I'm just going to post a picture of Okoye. This is how I'm going to gamify the situation for my own amusement. And maybe they frickin' notice one day. I hope, because I'm never going to feel like my A-Force is complete if I don't have Okoye in there. I'm just not. I really want to add her, and I still can't believe that, like, not even a third-party company's tried to tackle her, really. I had hoped when we got, like, Thunder Toys did the Ragnarok Valkyrie, I was going, oh, if they're doing, like, would they do Okoye? Like, someone, anyone? I live in hope that I get her one day, and I want her in the Dor Milaje outfit. I don't want her in that new costume that she has. I want her the endgame look to finish my A-Force. That's one of the biggest things I want for my collection, seriously. I am truly rambling now, guys, and I look so ridiculously tired. So I'm going to sign off. Thank you for coming to hang out. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. If you're a new person watching this for the first time and you enjoyed the stream, maybe subscribe. Why not? I do live streams on a Friday, and when I do videos, I do a lot of videos around kit bashing. I try to share really useful information on how I've created certain things, and I try to cover topics that not every other collector does. So I'm trying to add value. I'm trying to represent female collectors, because we're out there. We're out there. And I love that I'm seeing in the comments, I've got Lumi, I've got Miss Batwoman, we had Natalie over in the UK. I know Katya. Hello, Katya. When you're watching the replay, she's over in the Netherlands. I love it when I know there's fellow female collectors watching as well. And also our collector brothers. You always here keeping me company as well. So I appreciate everyone who comes out every week to hang out. I really appreciate it. Big Rube, thank you for coming to hang out. Guys, have a great weekend. Be safe, be happy. And remember, if Darth Vader can conquer his back pain, you can conquer anything.